So another overview of some of the new modules that were added to the VCV library recently, and we start with a new collection by Submit with quite a few interesting modules. For example, we have Drift, which is a synth voice very much inspired by the Make Noise O-Coast. So for example, I can use the Sec3 here to trigger the slope, the envelope. Right, we also have here a gate input we can use. I will use also the Sec3. Right, then we can sequence, for example, the overtones here. Right, and we have also timbre control that we can also sequence. I will add also a delay to this with chrono. This is a multi-head or multi-tap delay, right? We can choose the number of heads here, tape, drive. We also have here the surge control that will sort of make the delay swell, create swells. Right, so I can use, for example, a clock division to activate this. Another module in this collection that we have is Impact, which is a kick drum module, again with lots of different controls. Right, we can have more noise. Can morph between waveforms. This sort of reminds me a bit of the Bassimilus from noise engineering. Right, then we have also a new filter, Sweep. This lets you morph between low pass, band pass, and high pass. Right, I just have here the classic VCO. If I take the modulation off for a second. Right, so we can just morph between the filters. We don't really have a cutoff control, I guess, or it's more or less combined with the sweep control. Then I'm also using Squeeze here. This is a sort of a sidechain ducking module, so I'm using this to duck this sound to the kick. If I take the kick out, right now I put it back in. That will come in together with the kick drum. We have another new collection. This one is from Tinnitus, and it's a collection of drum voices. I have here the Rhythm Explorer as my drum sequencer. And we will start here with the Ghost Kick, which is the kick drum. We have level control. Right, and it's a bit hard to see. Maybe I'll take it here. You see we have three inputs, trigger inputs, the main one, and then two inputs for accents. So we can get lots of variation in the intensity of the sound. Right, of course we have various parameters also to experiment with. Now there's also the Ghost Control, which is an expander for all drum voices that lets you have more control over the levels of the accents, right? So if you just put it on the right of the module, now you can control the levels, first of all the master level and also accent A and accent B. Right, so if I take it down, right, we can have different levels, of course, with CV control as well. Now there's the hi-hats and the ride modules, right? You have here the Ghost hi-hat module with closed and open hats. open hat. And we have the ride. Right, in this case I'm using probability to control the accents or to activate the accents, again with the ghost control expander. This is ride and crash. I'm not using the crash in this case, but then we have the clap and snare. We have clap and rim shot here. Again, I'm using probability for accents. And then we have the snare that I'm using here with plateau as a gated reverb. And we even have toms. Again, I'm using probability to trigger them. We have low, mid, and high. There's also a dedicated mixer module, so you can see we have here inputs for all the different drums, and what I'm doing here, I'm mixing a few of them and distorting them with a comparator, which is something I like doing with drums. And the drum modules work really nicely also at audio rates. So I'm using here a VCO to trigger the ghost kick at audio rates, creating a sort of a drone from it, and I'm using a Euclidean sequencer to trigger the accents. We have 4 new modules from Signal Function Set. We have Muse, which is a sequencer, a recreation of a sequencer from the 70s that works with combining gates from counters. So in this case, it will sequence the VCO unit. I'm using here another new module, a VEC, which is a vector-like function generator. Now I can change here the timings with the interval. With the ABCD sliders, this will change the notes. You can see the counter here, also the counters. Right, and then I can change the sliders for the theme, and this will change the internal shift register. Right, so like this we can get different sequences. Right, and it's easy to get something repetitive by using the reset input here. Right, I have here a clock division that will reset everything. We also have band. This is a 4-channel bandpass filter. So let me solo this for a second. I can change the harmonics. This is just a saw wave coming from the VCO unit. Change the levels. Right, I can also change the tune here for a nice effect. And the width. And of course I can also sequence this. So I have here another Muse. It even has a volt per octave input. We also have Gravity, which is a chaos generator. Here it will modulate the XFX wave, and there are different modes. You can see now it's a Pac-Man mode. Next level. We have different modes here. We have, for example, Pendulum, Gravity. That's a really nice modulation source. Next up, we have a new module from DNT, Kapow, which is a spectral resynthesis module. So you load audio into it and it resynthesizes this audio, lets you change it in various ways. So here, for example, I have a drum loop. Right, it will not loop by default, but I can send the end of cycle to the reset input or to the trigger input and it will just loop more or less. But now we can, for example, pitch shift it. And time stretch it. We also have the envelope warp. It's also quite fun. Right, and again, this will not process the audio, it works on the synthesized or resynthesized source from this drum loop. So you can really go crazy. For example, I will modulate the timing here, the time stretching. And just for fun, to make it even more granular, I'm going to add a bit of grainer here. Just to have a bit more of a texture. We have a new module from Twisted Cable. This is an electric piano voice, TC Wurl. I have it here sequenced polyphonically by slips. Right, we have tremolo. We have panning, we have chorus. So it's really nice, sort of electric piano sound directly in VCV rack. And we also have a new module from Leviathan. This is Undertow. It's very much inspired by the Make Noise STO oscillator. Here I am feeding the sub back to the FM input. This is something you do a lot with the STO. It works nicely also here, and I'm also modulating the morph. You can see this here on this little scope here. This goes through a bit of chorus and delay. I also have a random sequence with it. I'm just sampling or quantizing random voltage, modulating the morph a bit, going through a panning and delay. There are a few more modules I want to show you. There's the new Unit D sequencer from Animatic. It's a generative sequencer that works with nodes. Here it's just sequencing the FM operator. Right, we can change the seed, the nodes, right, the radius in which it will move, the density. Right, so really there's a lot to explore here, lots of generative ideas that you can come up with. And we also have the new Random 8 from Befeko and Myler Melodies. I am planning a full video about it, but basically it's an 8-channel Turing machine-like sequencer. Here it's sequencing the octaves VCO with lots of modulation, right? I have one channel for pitch and more channels for modulation. Right, so by default it will generate stepped random voltages, but of course we can also lock the sequences, again similarly to the Turing machine, so I can just go ahead and lock everything. Right, and now we have something repetitive, or I can also sort of half lock the sequences, and then they will still be looping but will evolve every now and then. We also have a new filter setup from Zox Noxious, I guess. There's the main filter module, the pole dancer, then there's the type expander, the personality, and each of them has also a scope. Right here I just have a drone with a VCO. Right, by default we have a low pass filter. Sounds quite nice. But then here in the personality we have different presets, so we can go for example with a bandpass. And of course we have to connect this. Sounds also quite nice. We have more things here, for example, a notch. Right, so again, you have a filter that you can change and you have different modes. That was it for today. I wish you lots of fun with these latest additions. Thank you for watching. Cheers.